The movie Inception has some of the best shots in movie history, for instance, when everything is exploding at different speeds in the same scene. So the question is, how exactly can we recreate such a cool effect using Blender? Yes, we can make physics simulations, but it's not just an explosion. There is actually a bunch of stuff happening at the same time, and that's exactly what makes this scene so special. Stuff here is exploding at full speed, and then it goes in slow motion, right? After that, in the same scene, something else explodes at full speed, while at the same time the other stuff is still moving in slow motion, and so on. Not only that, but all these objects are also interacting with each other through collisions and such. How is this possible? Well, first of all, let's say that there is a tiny difference between me and Christopher Nolan. He had a budget of millions that I don't have. So I try my best to make it completely with CGI. For this shot we need a bunch of 3D models, and I need them fast. And that's where the sponsor of this video really comes in handy. Tripo is the most popular website for generating 3D models. The big news is that it can now use the new Smart Mesh function to generate models in seconds. I mean, literally in just a few seconds. Look at this. For example, I generated a picture of a lizard and I want a 3D model of it. So for generating the 3D models I have two options: the HD model or the Smart Mesh. The Smart Mesh is absolutely the fastest in the world. It generates a model in less than 10 seconds, and the final mesh is highly optimized while still looking great. Perfect for creating assets for games, for example. Here's my 3D model. It literally took 8 seconds. Now I can texture it and generate the PBR materials to make it more realistic, all of this with just one click. They also provide an add-on for all 3D softwares for importing the model straight into my scene. Anyway, maybe you want something highly detailed with a dense mesh. In that case, you can switch to the HD model at any time. The HD model recently introduced the V3.1 technology, which provides the highest quality mesh full of details. It takes a bit longer for generating, but we're still talking about just a few minutes. And thanks to the 8K texture resolution, I can get pretty close to the model before starting to see any pixels. I am personally surprised to see that this AI technology no longer struggles with perfectly geometric shapes, like this table here. Look, it's perfectly circular. A piece of advice: if the mesh imported into Blender looks like it has some weird shading, just right-click, shade smooth, and then slap a weighted normal modifier on it. Now it looks perfect. All the objects you see in my scene were generating using Tripo. Once you have your objects, let's first decide what the different explosions group are going to be. I have 3 collections, 3 explosions groups, and a floor. First off, I'm going to select all these objects, Ctrl-A, apply scale. Right-click, origin to geometry. Now we will have correct dynamics in the simulation. I'm going to start by selecting one of these objects in the first group, and then Shift-G for selecting all the objects of the same collection. We can simulate one group at a time. You will see why later. If I press F3, I can search for any function in Blender, looking for active, rigid body active. And now the first group is falling down. Selecting the ground, F3 searching for passive, rigid body passive, so that now these rigid bodies will collide with the floor. Maybe we can also give a realistic mass to all of them. So selecting them, F3, looking for mass, calculate mass, and choose one of these presets. Now each one of these objects has a different mass, and the final result will look more realistic. For causing the explosion, let's have a sphere, and first of all apply the scale to it, very important for simulations. Animate it like this, and make it invisible to the render. Once you have animated it, make it a rigid body passive and check animated. This means that even if this object is animated, it will collide with the other rigid bodies. Cool, we have the first explosion. Now, for the slow motion, we can keyframe the speed value that you can find in the rigid body world. Make it so that at some point it switches from a value of 1 to something like 0.2. Cool. We had the first slow motion. Now we can bake the first simulation. In the scene option, expand this under cache and choose bake all dynamics. Highly suggested at this point, make a save incremental so we have a safe backup of the file just in case. Now we do a little trick. Select all the objects of the first group only, press F3 and looking for bake. Choose the second option here, bake to keyframes. Pay attention, not the first one, but the second one, which is specific for rigid bodies. Save the project, open and Blender tends to crash in this part. This will get rid of all your physics settings and convert these movements into keyframes. They are not rigid bodies anymore, and is also safer to delete the physics bake for the next part. Now, the second group, make them rigid bodies active. Recalculate the mass again, make another explosion using a sphere, rigid body passive animated. We need the slow motion. You can simply go in the frame when this becomes yellow and click this icon for erasing the keyframes. I'm going to also delete the second keyframe we had. There we go. Now we are free to make the new keyframes for the slow motion where we want. At this point you will notice a problem. These objects of the second group are potentially intersecting the objects of the first explosion. Easy fix for that, select one object of the first group, Shift G select group to collection, and make them this time rigid bodies passive. Now if you hold Alt, you can activate the animated checkbox. Holding Alt is necessary for changing one setting for multiple objects at the same time. And now the two groups are interacting each other, going at different speeds, like in the Inception movie. So we can finish the second group by baking all dynamics, then selecting the second group and bake it to keyframes. We can delete the bake of the rigid body world again, delete again all the keyframes of the speed, and now make them rigid body passive animated. So they will collide with the next group. Repeat the process for the last group and you're done, basically. For smoke effects, you can get a slow motion effect by animating the time scale value that you can find in the domain options. For particle systems, you can animate the time steps value as well. Tweak it until it looks good, and it will look good. That's pretty much it. Enjoy!